I'm going to show you how to make something really delicious and easy, chocolate nut butter balls. And this combination is classic. Nothing to me goes better than chocolate nuts and peanut butter. So what I start with are almonds. And I soak and dehydrate all my almonds, all my nuts and seeds actually. Why I do that is because it gets rid of the enzyme inhibitors. Now, we have digestive enzymes in our stomach. The nut has enzyme inhibitors, so it's impeding the digestion in our stomachs. And some people, that's why they have gas, they have difficulty, it can be painful. And also, you're not getting the full nutrition. You spend a lot of money on these nuts, so you want to maximize that nutrition that your body's able to absorb. So that's why I soak and dehydrate all my nuts and seeds. So we start with that. I'm going to actually make a double batch because I've got a large enough food processor. It makes a bit of a mess, and I put them in the freezer so they last. So in the food processor with the S-blade, and I literally just turn it to a pulp, a fine meal. You'll be able to hear that it's already starting to get to that meal stage. It's not, the hard nuts aren't bouncing around anymore. That looks good. Then I'm going to add the dates. Now, depending on how dry your nuts are and how moist your dates are, you may need to adjust, a little bit, add a couple more dates to get the right consistency, but you'll see. I want to run it until they're fully broken down. I don't want big chunks. And again, you can hear it. It's probably at a good stage. So my other ingredients are peanut butter. Use natural peanut butter, no salt added, nothing but nuts really. And I just happen to have the crunchy brand. You can choose smooth, it won't make any difference, creamy or smooth, whatever it's called. I just have a preference for the crunchy when I put it on my toast, so that's what I had in the fridge. But definitely natural. So then I've also got 1 tablespoon of coconut oil. And what this does is when we put it into the freezer, it will firm up that ball. It won't be mushy. It will give it a little bit of structure. Then I've got cacao. Now I'm using cacao is different than cocoa. Cocoa is the roasted version of cacao. And we want this to be a raw dessert with the maximum health benefits. And cacao has higher health benefits than cocoa because it hasn't been cooked. And it's a really deep, intense chocolate flavor. So I'm going to add just a little bit of vanilla and a bit of salt. And I use pink, or like the pink Himalayan, or else I use sea salt. I don't like to use any of the iodized salts and stuff. They're really dead, if you want to put it bluntly, because a lot of the minerals have been taken out in the processing. These have actual minerals still inside. It's nutritionally beneficial as well as a flavor enhancer. And now I want it to come together like a paste so that I can roll these balls. And you'll see the texture start to change. Starting to form that dough. You can see it pulling away from the sides. And the main thing is that you can form a ball in your hands. So these look nice. So I can take my ball. It's going to stick together. See the oils. Whatever size you like. It's got a really intense chocolate flavor with the peanut butter comes through at the end. So I personally don't need a lot to satisfy myself, but so whatever size. This is probably a tablespoon. This is about a half a tablespoon. And I just keep rolling them out. I'll throw them in a freezer after, throw them in the freezer on this baking sheet. And then when they're frozen and so that they don't stick together, I could throw them in a bag or another container. But, give this a try, because if you have a sweet tooth like I do, this one little bite can be very, very satisfying, and you've got quite a bit of nutrition here. There certainly is, it is a treat. There's lots of sugar, because dates are sugar, but it is in the raw state, so it's a whole food. And, for a dessert, it's a good dessert.